Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's one of my shirtless podcasts or videos, whatever. I wanted to talk about the fact that I was talking with this guy online on Adam for Adam, of course, and it was a very brief exchange. And I was like, okay, he's cute. Let me hit him up, see what he's talking about. And I hit him up, and ultimately, and he responded. He was just like, hey. And I could sort of tell by his lackluster, unenthusiastic response that he wasn't really that interested in me, and he was just, and I can't stand it when people do this, but just responding for the sake of responding. And I know I did a video about that years ago. No need to go into too much detail about it now, but suffice it to say, if you're not interested in me, I'd rather you not respond at all. So then I can just, and I might send you another message. I might be like, maybe you didn't get my message. And I might send you another message, but after that, I've gotten the hint, and that's it. I don't want somebody to respond to me just for the sake of being like, oh gosh, I have so much fan mail from everybody who just wants to send me these messages. Everybody just wants to talk to me, and I guess I have to respond to everybody. It's not fan mail. TLC. Thank you. Anyway, so I talked to him, and like I said, he gave me that response, and I was like, well, let me respond to him. Maybe I'm just misreading him, because I've been told that I misread people before. And I was like, well, maybe I'm just misreading him. So I went ahead and sent him another message. I'm like, hey, what's up with you? How are you? He was like, fine. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I don't know. I guess I was just being thirsty because, again, he was cute. But I then sent him a message, a third message. I know. I know, you guys. I know. I'm sorry. But I sent him another message, and I was like, so what are you looking for? And he responded, sex, sex. 2 words. Sex, sex. And I don't know. I mean, people have a right to look for sex, but I guess it just hit me the wrong way because I realized that his lack of interest in me, his response, because reading his previous messages and then being like, oh, he's really just not that interested. Plus, seeing him then be like, oh, I'm just looking for sex, sex. To me, that had me feel like, okay, you're telling me that the best thing, because his profile doesn't say he's just looking for sex. His profile says otherwise. But to me, what that tells me is that you're saying, from this guy, I guess the best he could do for me is maybe he can suck my dick or whatever. You know, I'm sorry. I know that was perhaps unnecessarily explicit, but you get my drift. You know, and it made me feel like, dang, he feels like the best thing I can offer him is sex, and that just didn't sit with me well. That just made me feel cheap. Cheap. And I wasn't even selling anything. It's like, hey, it's free. I feel sad saying what I'm about to say. But you know, it's free. Interactions with people are free. And it makes me feel like that photo, it wasn't a meme, but it was a cartoon of a guy who's like holding his heart and giving it out to a woman, and he's like, it's not much, but it's all I have to give. You know, and I love that song by Backstreet Boys. That is one of my favorite songs ever. I was more of an NSYNCer than a Backstreeter, but All I Have to Give, an amazing song. Especially when Howie D hits that high note, 'cause my love is all I have to give. Okay, enough. Anyway, but yeah, when he hits that high note. But yeah, it just made me feel cheap. I'm sorry, that's how I feel about it. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong or tell me I can think about it from a different perspective, but I think that's pretty much exactly what it is. Anyway, YouTube, talk to y'all later. Peace, be blessed.